Hello, my country people. Welcome back to the news. If you are joining us for the first time, you're very much welcome. I sincerely appreciate your presence. Kindly subscribe and please don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Thank you. My country people, Godwin Emefiele don't enter another wahala. This one a fresh trouble for Emefiele as court gives order in $53 million case. Let's find out more as we hit the news. The Abuja Division of the Federal High Court on Wednesday threatened to issue a warrant of arrest against the suspended governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, Godwin Emefiele, over his failure to appear in court and explain the circumstances surrounding the $53 million judgment debt arising from the Paris Club refund. Now, Justice Iyan Eko had ordered Mr. Emefiele to appear on the next adjourned date and said he was minded to exercise restraint in the proceeding to allow the ex-CBN boss to explain himself. The development occurred following on the intervention by Mr. Emefiele's counsel, Mr. Ado San, praying the court to give his client another opportunity. They had been unable to reach him because since the last order directing him to appear in court. Now, Mr. Anuga had told the court that Emefiele was suspended as the CBN governor had been detained, and all efforts to communicate with the court directives to him were unsuccessful. Mr. Eko had on October 20th, 2023, ordered the CBN governor to appear in court on January 18th over his alleged refusal to obey the court order to pay the judgment debt in favor of a legal petitioner, Joe Aji San. Mr. Aji had dragged Lunas International Limited Minister of Finance, the CBN, and Mr. Godwin Emefiele to court as first to fourth judgment debtors, respectively, following an application to garnish made by him as the judgment creditor in the case. However, on January 18th, proceedings could not go on as scheduled when the matter was called, prompting the court to adjourn the case till March 20th before it was fixed for June 6th again. And on June 6th, the judge ordered Godwin Emefiele to appear before it on the 19th of July. But then President Bola Ahmed Tinubu on June 9th suspended Godwin Emefiele as the CBN governor, and he was directed to transfer his responsibilities to the Deputy Governor of Operations and Directorate. No sooner had Emefiele been suspended than the State Security Service on June 10th announced his arrest and detention. And upon the resumed hearing on Wednesday, Mr. Ayodele Oritowa had appeared to Mr. Aji and was about to make a submission when Justice Eko asked Godwin Emefiele's lawyer if he had complied with the order. So, my country people, based on a Paris club refund, Godwin Emefiele has entered another gbege. He don enter another wahala because now the court have threatened an arrest warrant against the detained CBN governor Godwin Emefiele over his role in the $53 million debt. Guys, this is really serious. So they are just bringing up, heavy charges against Godwin Emefiele, who is still in the detention of the Department of the State Service. We don't even know if Godwin Emefiele would be released. But now, the Federal High Court sitting in Abuja on Wednesday had warned that it would issue an arrest warrant, I beg your pardon, against the suspended governor of the Central Bank, Godwin Emefiele, over his failure to appear in court to explain the circumstances surrounding the $53 million judgment debt arising from the Paris Club refund. And it was reported that Godwin Emefiele, who was suspended as the CBN governor by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, was arrested, immediately by the Department of the State Service, and he was to hand over all, the affairs of his office to the next in command. But then, my country people, Godwin Emefiele has been called upon to come and explain. But then, his alleged refusal to obey the court order to pay the judgment debt in the favor of a legal petitioner, Mr. Joe Aji San. Guys, this is a very serious matter. However, Nigerians have reacted. They should arrest Buhari, who used him to corrupt himself. Now, the man committed, he regarded himself as the president of the nation. He has no respect for anybody. The judiciary, do they even know what they are doing? They wanted by force to bail this Emefiele, and now they are crucifying him. They should go back to the school of law and have their bailed PhD and the rest. They should stop criticizing Godwin Emefiele. Well, there is too much corruption in Buhari's government. Now they are dragging Godwin Emefiele. The Nigerian courts need reform. The law is for only the poor. Do they say threatened? Well, that is the best they can do. This is called lawlessness versus lawlessness. There is no law in Nigeria. This one is dead on arrival. If they had also threatened Buhari, let's see how it will go on. Now, where is Buhari? Godwin Emefiele should never be allowed to leave Nigeria. He have to clean up this mess. Guys, these are reactions from Nigerians. So my country people, I'm dropping here. What are your thoughts concerning this? Please kindly share your thoughts in the comment section. Thank you. Bye for now.